Yo, what's happening, people? It's Master Chappy. Y'all know what time it is. MUT season, baby. Um, so I promised to do this video like a long time ago. It's long overdue. But in the midst of the Washington offensive scheme, I thought I'd give you guys a break and just get into some simplicity. So this is the team breakdown. And let's get straight into it. First things first, coaching and equipment. We are rocking the Elite Caldwell. I pretty much alternate between Caldwell and Pagano here, just for my chemistry. It's just depending on which one I prefer to have higher at the moment. All Raider everything. And then right now we are rocking the Jets offense, as I've mentioned in many videos before. And I've pretty much been alternating between the 4-6 and the Patriots defense. Like I said, once the patch drops, I may be in an entirely different defensive book, but most likely the scheme I put together is going to be out of the 4-6. But I will let you guys know about that when that time comes. Now, as far as the rest of my roster goes, I am team no money spent. I have not spent a dime on MUT. I've got a couple different lineups, but I'll just show you guys my best lineup so that you guys can just get a good view of everything. So with my lineup, and not necessarily the top ranked players or anything like that, or the highest rated or the most expensive, I just go for players that I like their stats. Stats to me mean more than anything else. After stats, then I look at, chemistries and stuff like that. But mostly I just look at stats and then I look at how they play for me. Are they going to execute well? Are they going to allow instant block sheds and stuff like that? So that is that. Anyways, so a left tackle, Scheffner Star. Right tackle, Scheffner Star. Left guard and center, we got the team of the years. And then right guard, Kyle Long is an absolute monster. Very, very, very good right guard. I definitely highly recommend him. Another budget guy you could use is 86 Zach Martin. He's also pretty solid. I had DerMonte Dawson here before. He played well for me at center. I had Steve Hutchinson here before at left guard. He played well. So just depending on what kind of budget you're working with or what players you're looking at, definitely some cards I'd recommend. I also had Nate Sauter at left guard or left tackle here, a guy from the Patriots. He's a very, very good left tackle. If you don't have Robinson, I'd recommend him. But for the price, go ahead and grab yourself a Robinson. I got him for like $8K altogether. Anyways, tight ends. I love Eifert. I loved his 87 card. So if you can't afford the team of the year, 87 is a beast too. And then Gary Barnidge is really nice. Not too many people know about Gary Barnidge, but you should. He's got 88 speed with 82 strength with incredible run block, 83 run block. His catching is okay. It's not the greatest, but if you're looking for a tight end who can block well and who's athletic and quick and stuff, Gary Barnidge is definitely a very good option for you. Then we got Hartsock backing everything up, and he pretty much just comes in goal line formations. He is, I believe, the best blocking tight end in the game. Got Kuhn. I got him for free from the Journey solos, which I'll talk about here in a second. And some of the solos I would absolutely recommend that you do. This dude, Craig Stevens, is also another guy who's pretty quick, very, very budget friendly, and he's got 85 run block for a tight end. So if you're just starting off, he's definitely someone I'd recommend if you're looking for a quicker guy that can run block as well. Anyways, quarterbacks. We got Mariota starting things. We got Stafford backing him up. And then we got Cam Newton for QB sneaks. So I pretty much just sub in Cam for goal line formation, and I feel like he does a really great job of doing the QB sneaks. I tried Denard Robinson there, but I feel like the height matters this year and the strength more so than just the speed on QB sneaks. Even if you do the one where you don't necessarily dive. Even so, I'd recommend getting this Cam Newton just for QB sneaks. The reason I rock 3 quarterbacks is because if you only use one quarterback, he'll never get injured. So if you just got one guy and you're good with him, maybe you use the better version of Cam Newton. If you're starting him, no need to have any other quarterbacks. Otherwise, he could get injured. But if you have one or more than one, then the guy can get injured. It's kind of like a glitch in the game. It's really buggy, but nonetheless, that's just something to be aware of. That's why I use 3, just in case Mariota gets hurt. I don't want Cam in. I want Stafford because he can actually pass the ball. Maybe an upgrade to him, but I really don't see the point in spending that many coins for a backup. Doug Martin, 92 or 94, both are beasts, but the 94 I definitely recommend because he's a bit quicker, and that was really the only thing the 92 card lacked, and he is just a very solid halfback. David Johnson, what more can I say? He is excellent. You could start him. He's got really good hands. He's really fast. And then another good guy for you is Todd Gurley, absolute. I think he's one of the better backups in the game, regardless of anything. Just budget friendly and very, very good. Very nice stats for these cards. And these are pretty much the 3 running backs I use. I do bring in Tavon Austin occasionally. He's primarily our kick returner, punt returner, but I do bring him in situations where I need just a really fast running back that can just really just go. He's just really, really fast, and he's got really good catching too. So that's another bonus of him. As you can see, his stats compared to like Gurley and even David Johnson there. He's a little bit quicker, but David Johnson's another great receiving option. As far as wide receivers go, these are, in my opinion, 2 must-have wide receivers for any team. Based on their skill and based on their overall and based on their price, got to get yourself a Bryant, got to get yourself a Cooper. Must-have wide receivers. Even if they don't start for you, they are must-have wide receivers on any team. I don't care if you're 97 overall. Like, they should be your 4th and 5th string wide receivers. They are that good. Anyways, moving on. We got a BCA Fitz. Very, very nice. He's good for the user catching. Another sleeper wide receiver. Maybe not a sleeper, but if you need another guy that's budget friendly, this Green Beckham right here is very nice. You can see him compared to Fitz. Obviously, he's not quite as good, but the dude is 6'5". He does jump out of the world, and he does get some really nice grabs for me. I also have Keenan Allen. Very just solid backup. And then J.J. Nelson, my man, I had him starting in the slot for the longest time. And the reason being is because he's just really fast. And he's got pretty decent catching. I mean, 91 catch in traffic, 89 catch for a card as cheap as he is. Very, very good option. So let's get to the special teams. Running backs, pretty much, I make sure I don't use my starting running back as my 3rd down because I like to have fresh legs out there. That's pretty much the only thing you need to take away from this. As you can see, I got Martin as the 3rd guy. So I would rather have Johnson and Gurley come in, especially Johnson because he's got really good catching. So he's a great 3rd down running back. Martin isn't bad either for 3rd down, but I would say Johnson, in my opinion, would be a bit better. McManus, he's got 99 kick power. There's no reason to have any other kicker. Punter, you can kind of do whatever you want. I like King because he's fast, and he's got decent kick power, and he's a Raider, so I'm a bit biased. But nonetheless, he's fast, and he's got decent kick power. I'm trying out something here on kick returns. I got Jeffrey as my backup, and the reason I got him there is because he's got really good run block. I will let you guys know how this goes maybe a couple weeks from now. This is something I just recently did. I haven't played too many games with it, but it's just a theory I'm trying out, having a good number 2 that can block well. I never want Jeffrey to return the kick, obviously, because as you can see from the rating, and you guys know who Alshon Jeffrey is. He's just not a return guy. Just not his thing. But I plan on using him as a blocker, kind of as a lead blocker that can actually hold the block more than a split second. So that gets us to our defense. I am currently rocking Calvin Johnson at free safety. I think his users are just amazing, and he's got solid hit power. I've got Barron backing him up, and I've got Barron backing up Buchanan here. And I actually do run a couple formations that have 3 safeties out there. If you run quarters 3 deep, your backup safety is going to be in. I think it's your backup free safety that goes in the game. So make sure you got a decent guy there, or at least put like a 4th or 5th corner or somebody there that's actually decent. You don't want to just have somebody that can't play as your backup safety. And then we got the free Sean Taylor out there, and this guy, they don't really play that much. But Barron is pretty much a 3 safety rotation. Buchanan and Johnson start, and then Barron, if they ever get tired, comes in. And when I run formations with 3 safeties, he gets in the game quite a bit. As far as my linebackers go, I'm rocking Taylor Mays currently. I was using Khalil Mack for a long time, but I plan on getting the right end Khalil Mack. But then Ansa dropped a new one and had to grab him. because I feel like Mac is going to get another card, and then I'll rather have the best version of Mac rather than the 95 that's going to soon be replaced, in my opinion. I think Mac's going to get a position or something. Anyway, I'm getting off track here. So we got Mays starting. We got Hightower for free from the Journeys. We got Shazier, very, very much a monster. He's kind of expensive, but he's real good, man. And I definitely like him. Wouldn't trade him for nothing. And then we got Kendricks. He's just really fast. He's like 90 speed, something like that. And he's got 93 hit power. Pretty decent zone coverage, too. I mean, if you compare him to Shazier, he's got 84 zone, pretty solid pursuit, pretty solid play rec, decent awareness, and 90 speed. Very, very solid card. Right here, we got the 92 Thomas Davis. I actually prefer him over the BCA version. I think he's just got some better stats, in my opinion. But that's my personal preference. I've talked to some people who prefer the BCA version. Nonetheless, let's get down to the cornerbacks. Right now, we have got Pat Pete, Ronnie Lott, Charles Tillman, Jimmy Smith, and the Vontae Davis that I got for free from the Journeys. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have this guy, to be honest. But the card I'm trying to get right now is Night Train Lane. I plan on putting him kind of where Lott is, and then I'll probably put Lott in the slot and then just shift Tillman and Jimmy Smith down. One thing you'll notice about all my guys that I have at corner besides the free card is they all have good run support stats. Things like hit power, tackling, pursuit, play recognition. I really feel like those stats matter the most for corners because a lot of the cards are going to get caught on anyway. I've seen Dion get caught on and Moss with the aggressive catch, so it doesn't really matter. With that said, let's get to the D tackles. I was using 93 Atkins for a long time, but I decided to go ahead and grab that Donald. Donald has been playing very well for me. And then as a number 2, this guy is actually not too many people talk about this dude. But if you're not looking for like a fast D tackle, Gilbert Brown has some incredible stats, man. Like the new legend that came out is better than him, but this Gilbert Brown holds his own versus just about anybody when it comes to strength, tackling, block shed, that type of stuff, power move. Just somebody that can clog up the middle there, the interior, and stuff the run very well. Gilbert Brown, that's why I got him there. The dude is actually very, very nice. If you're not using Zadarius Smith, yeah, I don't know. I really hope you grabbed him when you could. This dude is probably one of the best DNs in the game, period. I mean, some people I've seen use linebackers at DN, but personally, I prefer the Zadarius Smith because he's going to give you a bit better run support than most of those guys. And, I mean, just look at these stats, man. Compared to Donald, even compared to Ansah, he is just holding his own, man. 95 block shed, 93 strength, 86 speed. He's just really a good card. You should have him. If you don't, I don't know, you're kind of out of luck. And then we got Ansah there. So, a couple of the cards I'd recommend that I've used in the past. Kyle Fuller at cornerback. He plays really well, and he's also got good run support. Outside linebacker, Khalil Mack. He's very solid. Let's see here. Who's some other cards that I've used that I thought played well? 93 Geno Atkins did play really well for me. And then I had 92 Doug Martin. As far as the cards we were trying to get, Bo Jackson and Night Train Lane is pretty much it at the moment until some new cards drop. I'm pretty set on my team. And, we got a decent amount of coins, but the prices just skyrocketed for Bo and Night Train recently, and I am not trying to pay that much for those two guys. I was hoping I could get the two of them for the remainder of coins that I have, but it's not looking like that's going to happen. Anyway, so we got to try to win some more coins and stuff. But I haven't spent a dime on the game. I have been donated a couple things. Let's see. Been donated a few things and just mostly wagers and solos. So this video is already 14 minutes though. So I'm actually going to cut it here. And I will break down another video on the solos I recommend. That'll be a real short one. So stay tuned for that. Let me know how you guys feel about the team. If you have any questions on any of the players on my team, how do they play? How do they perform? Things like that. Leave it in the comments below if you got any recommendations of players I should maybe try out. Leave it in the comments below, but I'm pretty set. So unless you can make a very strong argument for someone, yeah. Now, an example of a card I'm not interested in right now is Larry Allen and Yonda because they're just too expensive. They are better than Kyle Long, I know that, but for the price difference, it's just not worth it in my opinion. I think Kyle Long is really good. Those cards are great, but he's really good, and I just can't pay $600K. So it's gotta be reasonable. Like, I don't want somebody to say try out that 99 Dion. Like, I'm not spending $3 million on a corner that I've seen get aggressive catched on several times before. It's just not gonna happen. But appreciate it. Love y'all as usual. Till the next time, we gone.